they're having a lot of barriers, and a lot of times it takes passion, belief, and just being fully committed and working hard. And you've certainly done that, Ray. And I thank you for the example of how we have made progress, how we've done what Admiral Watkins said, is to change the way we think about making decisions based on science. And you're a great example that we are making some progress there. So thanks again very much. What a great example. Okay, so it's a little warm in here. I think it was, gosh, maybe a year ago when, thanks to some of the great institutions here, some of the great observations about the global ocean, we started thinking this is going to be a really big El Nino. Fast forward, and here we are. They haven't turned the AC on, and it's 80 degrees in Washington, D.C. in early March. So, you know, understanding the ocean, we knew this was coming. Last March, I was up at Boston University talking to a policy class about ocean and climate, and there was about 20 foot of snow on the street corners outside. So what a difference a year makes, right? Anyway, so I apologize for the heat. We're bringing some fans in to get the air moving. Feel free to take your jacket off. You know, do whatever you can. But I think it's that we all agree it's nice to have an early spring in D.C., if nothing else. Let's hope it stays that way. Second, you mentioned that Suzanne Garrett has the stop sign up here. So for panelists and speakers, when you see the stop sign, that's probably if you're up here or you're there talking, that's probably meant for you to look at. So keep that in mind. She's our Time Lord. So we're going to try to keep everybody on time. We're doing well right now. If I'll hurry up and shut up. So I did want to mention a couple of other things. So now we're going to dive a bit more deeply into ocean resilience, into the science and what really matters. So when Rob came down off that mountaintop, not very satisfied with the answer he got from the Brahmin priest, he sort of said, okay, I want to dive a little bit more into this answer because I want to understand how resilient our ocean is. So now we're going to dive right into that. And the first panel that we have is going to deal with our deep ocean, as I mentioned. What is the impact of climate on the deep sea? How resilient is the deep ocean, and what does it matter? Who cares, right? We've got policy folks up here, scientist folks up here, and they're going to explore exactly that question. What are the implications, and what can we do about what's that right side of that scale balance over there? So our moderator for this panel is Dr. Tony Koslow. Tony, he's a research oceanographer, emeritus at Scripps Institution in San Diego. He got his PhD in biological oceanography from Scripps in 1980, and he went back in 2007 as the director of the Scripps Cooperative Ocean Fisheries Investigations Program, the world's foremost multidisciplinary ocean observation program, which is a partnership between Scripps, NOAA, and the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. He stepped down from that position in 2013 to focus more on research, climate impacts, and marine ecosystems, understanding, modeling marine ecosystems, as I mentioned earlier. Back in his early life, he got his undergraduate degree in philosophy and literature from Harvard, and then he went to be a salmon fisherman. So you know, what a great way to get yourself into the fisheries industry, into oceanography, but having that great background. So I know that you're the kind of person who can sort of walk up that pyramid and understand how to translate the hard science into something that people really want to read and understand. And you've proven that. He's been involved. He's been over in Australia for many years. He's worked in Canada. He led the fisheries group at the Commonwealth of Science and Industry Research in Australia, or Cicero, and he's been involved in many, many efforts like that. And in 2007, he published the award-winning The Silent Deep, The Discovery, Ecology, and Conservation of the Deep Sea, which, again, a literary effort that we can all read and understand. So what a great person with expertise, what a great background to have us really dive down into the deep sea. Pardon for the lousy pun there. But Tony's going to do it. He's going to take away from here. So without further ado, Tony, come on up. Thank you very much.